Right, guys, what is happening? Let's get into this right now. World Cup, council rights to restrict flags. This is on the Jeremy Vine. I think it's going to be a big debate here, so let's get into this right now. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And if you love our country, if you want our children to grow up in a safe place on these lands, and you want the future to be bright, I think you should like and subscribe so we can keep getting the word out there. And we can keep fighting in the right way for our country. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and let's go.
Let's get into it. You could probably sing. Can you sing?
No. I don't want to. I don't want to say. No. When you say you can, you enter a room of people who can sing, and then they start assessing you.
I need to get someone.
In this room, I can.
Okay, let's get into our next debate. Our council's right to restrict the flag flying. So we're still on the World Cup here, but councils are warning football fans: don't get carried away with those flags. Don't put them on lampposts. Don't put them on railings. Don't put them on signs. Don't put them on anything public. Bristol City Council says it's a health and safety issue. Meanwhile, South Gloucestershire Council says it wants to maintain a welcoming and cohesive community feel. Nigel Farage says flying an England flag outside your home is wrongly seen as intimidating migrants. Essentially, council advice is put one up in your home, not on public property. Shame, Claire?
Do you know what? I think it is a shame. And I'm not here to defend anything Nigel Farage says, because as we all know, I am politically homeless, right? So I'm not coming from this from a political slant. I'm coming from this from an era of, it was the first time in 28 years Scotland has managed to crawl back in or kick its way into the World Cup. England, with our communities at the moment, are very disparate. We're very separated. We're very angry. And if we can get behind the World Cup, it was lovely to come in to the reception today to see all the flags of all the footballing nations up in reception here. And I really don't have an issue at all with people getting behind their country and showing support for them. And if that is by a flag, it's not my thing, it's not my shtick. I don't think it looks nice. I'm very much about the aesthetic of, where we are. Councils really shouldn't be getting involved in this. And Gloucestershire Council certainly shouldn't be making it a race issue and saying it's not inclusive.
They didn't quite make it a race issue. They talked about it being welcoming because the flags have been misused. Now, bearing in mind, I grew up in a time where we would celebrate VE Day with an abundance of flags, and the Queen's birthday and the World Cups and football tournaments has always been, including the Olympics. So when it's used and has been used correctly, it is one of the best things to be a part of. It's a great feeling.
Identity.
The problem is it has been misused and weaponized.
No, it's not been misused and weaponized. It's been used because at this moment in time, many patriots, many native English, many native Brits feel like their country is being lost and it is becoming a foreign land. And so the shields must be raised to remind people, to tell people, to show people, this is our country, this is England. We want to keep it like that. I think that the flags going up and raise the colours, all that project, I think that it's a good thing. I think that it's a good thing because, yes, it's not, they are doing it to make a statement, but statements have to be made. And this statement that this is our country and anyone that is willing to join under this flag is welcome to. But we don't want Palestine flags every weekend in every city centre. We don't want LGBTQ plus XYZZ whatever flags every weekend up in town centre. We want our flag up. And if people can't unite under that, then it's their problem and it's not ours.
That's the question. And the same people that desire to protect the right to have it, who are not using it and misusing it, then they should also fight very clear to make sure that the people who are misusing it are clarified. I think the misuse has gone unassisted.
The only way you can get it back from the far right, if you like, is surely by putting flags on really untrendy places. I mean, whether it's public loos,
look, there's
churches.
Flags for everything. There's pride flags, there's Palestinian flags, there's flags being flown for an awful lot of other identities. Can we just not get behind the World Cup, actually? And
I think, there's two elements. There's the divisive thing, and there is also a safety thing. Now, you'll laugh at that because it sounds ridiculous, but we have had the tragic case of a man who was hanging a flag on a lamppost, fell down and died, hit his head because the flag hanging went wrong. And then there was somebody also, even more seriously, who was attacked, I think killed by somebody who thought he was taking a flag down and wasn't. There's that. There's then, if you're council flats and you hang flags on balconies...
Fire risk.
is it? I mean, this Farist thing,
a lot
maybe
of these,
it is.
I know it sounds insane, but the flags are incredibly flammable, and it can become a huge problem.
Oh, I wasn't thinking. I was thinking of a trip hazard. Yeah.
Well, again, I just think that when people start doing things in a pattern, the directive is best just to put a blanket ban on it, because they don't have time to put a sophisticated process in place.
It's the same argument for not allowing to put your wet washing on a balcony. You're not allowed to put out washing. It's the same kind of thing. And I get the thing about tying the flags to the balconies, etc. It could be a fire risk. It potentially will be. But the other issue I think is well worth mentioning is, because we are so broken at the minute and because we are so divided, if we start telling people that they can't do something that is associated with their identity, not only will they, but they'll feel even more angry that they can't.
And they should be concerned of what the actual representation of that flag means in advance. We can't just decide today.
Do you know what? We don't care about that. We don't care about that. The only representation that people think that it's wrong is the woke left, that think that seeing a bald guy with a English bulldog tattoo's racist. You know, we don't care about that. We know what our flag stands for.
Look,
now it means something really warm.
It's very sad that the St. George's flag has been made divisive.
Today
it really
that it means something
be.
Inclusive, when for the last couple of years it's been used as a weapon against so many people.
Not by everybody, Marvin.
But the point is, for the people that are not everybody, they have been far too silent, and it has created a cloud where now it has a different meaning, when before it could have meant something really beautiful. No. I would love to be able to sit there and have a Union Jack on my back and be like, this is what we are doing. Yeah. It's England's World Cup, but that doesn't feel particularly appropriate.
You couldn't have a Union flag for that, because that's representative.
Sorry, I mean a St. George's cross, would be much more appropriate.
The Philip in Derby. Hi, Philip.
Yes, hi there. I do agree with one of your panellists, the chap in the black T-shirt. I do
Marvin.
think that... Marvin, so hi Marvin. But at the same time, I do have a flag when it comes to sport. I do think we should have, when it comes to sport and traditions, celebrate it, but not in a way of bunting all over the place in racist terms.
Well, certainly not racist. But the point is, if you're supporting England in the World Cup and you're flying a flag, that isn't racist, is it?
No, it's not. But like I said, I actually do. I mean, I'm going to disagree, but I would like the flag to actually be a little bit changed in the way. Also, regarding sport, I mean, I am doing a little bit of betting, but I do disagree with your panellists coming off that rubbish TV show GB Poos.
Oh, what's that?
GB Poos with a P, not an
God.
N.
Well,
and it's just a really rubbish show, and I don't understand why you, as a very, you're very good at your...
GB News is awesome.
We're talking about your answer. Philip, this is kind of what we call it. You come on with quite a good point, and then you just talk rubbish. Thank you. You don't even have to defend it.
I'm not.
No.
It pays bills.
Yes. Well,
my job.
TV, we encourage TV shows. Silly
thing. So I'm interested, guys, to know if you think that, if you're thinking up lines of Marvin or this other woman, is the flag racist? Should we have it up nowadays? This is the World Cup. Should the England flag be flying? I believe it should be. I believe it should be flying high. I think we should be proud of our heritage. Look, I've got 2 England flags right here, Great Britain, and I've got St. George's flag. I'm proud of these. I love them. So no one's going to tell me that it's racist. No one's going to tell me that we shouldn't be flying it. I don't care. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you love this country and you want to keep it safe, keep it English, keep it British, like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.